Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name's Catherine and today's video we are going to continue on with my Declutter series for 2022 and we're going to be doing bronzers. Bronzers are definitely probably one of my favorite categories and has definitely built up over the past year or two. So we definitely need to go through and declutter some of these. So if that's something you want to watch, then please stick around. All right, so we will just start with a few. As you can see, I kind of have some new ones that I just purchased. I just posted my newest makeup haul, and it's actually the last new makeup haul of the year. I can link up in the cards for you, kind of going over some of my Black Friday haul. So the first one is actually from Jouer. This is technically it's a highlighter, but it's in the shade Skinny Dip, so I kind of got it for a almost like a bronzer topper, if you will. So I haven't even swatched it yet, so I'm gonna try to do some swatches as best I can. Oh my gosh, look at that. Okay, that is super metallic and beautiful. It might be a little bit too sparkly for a bronzer topper, if you will, but that is, oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Okay, so definitely all the new stuff I will be keeping just because this is the first time I've ever actually swatched this one, and obviously these new ones, so I am going to be keeping those. So, and then this one is one of the newer releases from Jouer, and this actually technically is a bronzer. It is the Menage a Trois Butter Bronzer Blush and Highlighter. So it is supposedly a mixture of all three. So let's see what that looks like. Okay, so definitely a little bit deeper tone. The only thing with this one, if I'm not mistaken, they only had one shade. So this is supposed to cover the wide variety of skin tones in the world. So it was really beautiful on the site. It looks really beautiful in the pan. So let's see how it actually looks on the skin. Okay, so as you can see, this one was the little Skinny Dip highlighter, and this one is the Menage a Trois one. So we'll just swatch it right to, honestly, okay. Let's see. So as you can tell, it is a little bit deeper, still very metallic. So like you don't need too much to build this up on your skin. So really beautiful. Again, gonna keep it, gonna use it and see if I like it. And I should say this one actually comes with its own little pouch too. The other Jouer powder, which will obviously be featured in my powder video, has the same little pouch as well. I wonder if that's just kind of the limited edition versions. Okay, so this is, well, that's a fuzz. This is also a new one. This is a Sigma matte bronzer. I actually got mine in medium, showcased this in my newest makeup video, just because the light one looked, oh, everything's falling out. The light one looked too light online. So this one looked a little bit more up my alley. I do have fair to light skin tone, kind of neutral leaning cool. And I still felt like this one was the better choice. So let's, oh wow, okay, so that's really soft. So let's swatch that right there. Gorgeous. Okay, very pigmented. Very pigmented. Okay, so again, swatches are not exactly what it looks like on your skin, because this is a very like concentrated type of swatch, but yeah, so user beware of not going in too heavy with that, because that is very concentrated and very saturated. Okay, I think I'm gonna like it though, so excited to have that one. Now that I'm looking at it in the pan, it does look a little bit more red tone, a little bit darker than what it did online. So I would be interested to see maybe a swatch of the light version. So I might look that up too, but regardless, very pretty. All right, so we're keeping the first three. One I know that I'm going to get rid of is this Makeup by Mario. This is the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Perfector. This is Radiant Skin Powder in Light. And what it was kind of this like hybrid mixture of a bronzer, a highlighter, and this like illuminating light powder. You know, I think the idea was that you switched it all together and it kind of just, it was a glorified bronzer basically. But if I remember correctly, I didn't really like it. So if we swatch it all together, I mean, it just kind of, I don't know, just kind of gives you that coppery feel. But I mean, it's really no different than that one or that one. It's just actually a little bit less shiny than those two. I initially was going to get rid of this. What do I think about this? I don't know. It is, I mean, like you put your finger in it and it is very like kind of almost soft and buttery and all right, you know what? I'm gonna put this in my maybe pile for right now and we will come back to it in a bit to see. All right, so this one I know for sure I'm gonna get rid of. I actually decluttered this quite some time ago. I just put it in a separate bin because I knew I was gonna be doing some declutters. This is from the Lip Bar. This is their Go Off Minute Finish Face Palette. So you have a contour shade, you have a highlight, you have a blush, and you have a face shade or like under eye powder or something like that. So this is what it looks like. I would recommend this, like if you are somebody who travels a lot or is very minimalistic and you don't like to have a lot of products in your collection, this is actually really great. I think all the shades work pretty well for somebody of my skin tone, like I said, fair to light. The highlight it's a little much, a little bit too dark, but I think this works really well for somebody who is, like I said, from the fair to medium skin tone. But the only thing is like not every component works for that. Like, so I think the highlighter, I don't think is really geared towards super fair, but everything else is, if that makes sense. Anyways, I just don't get used to this anymore. I really did like it. I think the formula is pretty good, but I'm just not going to be using that. So I am going to be decluttering this one. Another face palette that I think I'm going to declutter is the Ofra Midi palette, Face It in Light. So you have the tones Key West, Star Island, and Isla Madora, whatever. You can read it. So as you can see, it is kind of a warmer bronzy tone, more of a cool tone, like contour, and then you have the highlight. So let's swatch some of them. So this is the contoury one. So again, really pretty. This is the bronzy one. A little bit too warm for my liking. And then the highlight, we'll just swatch right here. So as you can see, this highlight is a little bit more, it's lighter than this one from the Lip Bar palette. So I would probably get more use out of this, and the contour is really pretty, but the bronzer is just, I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I don't know. I'm going to get rid of it. I'm not going to overthink it. Just going to get rid of it. Yeah. So another one gone. Try not to overthink things. I think with like face palettes, I am trying to get to a point with face palettes in particular that if all the shades don't work for me, and then I don't want it, because again, you're just going to be wasting some of the shades. Moving on to the Natasha Denona Contour Sculpting Powder. This is what this looks like. I think this is super beautiful. Really nice contour. Again, kind of more of a neutral tone contour in my opinion. So yeah, that I will be keeping. This is the Makeup Revolution Mega Bronzer in One Cool. I think this was supposed to be like a dupe for is it the Charlotte Tilbury powder bronzer? I don't know what the name of it is because I don't have it, but I want to say that that's kind of what this is supposed to be duping, but I don't know since I don't have the other one. So this is what Okay, that one is way too red tone, and that is the cool version. And that one I'm not keeping. So I will be getting rid of this ginormous bronzer. All right, let's see what else we have. All right, so let's start with this. So one I'm pretty sure I'm going to be getting rid of is the Milk Makeup Matte Bronzer Stick in Blaze. So if I'm not mistaken, this I got from BoxyCharm. So when you're a member of BoxyCharm, you actually get the opportunity to pick up items at like an extreme discount. So let's just say, for instance, this retails for like $30. They would give you the discount of like maybe $8 to pick it up. But they only have the darker shade, which is Blaze. I can't remember what the lightest shade was called, but I wanted to try it so bad that I was like, oh, I'll just make it work. Oh, come on now. Just make it work. Super dark. I think it's dried out too. Yeah, that's dried out. It's red. It's dried out. It's gone. So no more to say about that. One cream bronzer that I really do like that I didn't think I would like because of the color range, I couldn't really find one that I felt would match well with my skin tone because the lightest shade was just too warm leaning. But this is actually, I think, the middle shade. This is called Happy Soul. This is a Rare Beauty bronzer stick in Happy Soul, which Happy Soul is not the lightest shade, but the undertones looked much better. And this is actually super nice. That is very dark. Like, no, that's that was a very intense swatch. It's not normally that dark, but it like blends out really, really well, and it like effortlessly. And it just gives you a really nice bronze. This is definitely not a contour shade. This is a bronzer, so this is supposed to add warmth. So contour is supposed to add shade or kind of depth in your creating contours, basically creating depth within your face where you want it. And a bronzer is supposed to add warmth to your face. So a lot of times I kind of do the hybrid of, what do they call it, the brontour, with like a contour with bronzing. So that's kind of the difference, where you see more of these like cooler shades would be more of a contour. This is definitely more of a bronzer. So I will be keeping that one. Another contour shade that I think I got from BoxyCharm as well. This is the Ilmaskia. Again, somebody told me how to say it. I still can't say it right. Ilmaskia, I think that's what it is. This is the gel sculpt in shadow. So this is supposed to be, oh, that's kind of some blooming on there. So this is supposed to be a kind of more of a contour shade, and it's very cooling, like because it has the gel on there. Very cooling. It blends out really nicely. I will be keeping this one because with me being more cool tone, I actually do lean towards more neutral cool tone bronzers and contours. So I kind of do, like I said, that bronzer type of look. So that will definitely be staying in my collection. I like that it's not super pigmented, so you can build it up, or you can, kind of create some light shadows for yourself. So this is the other Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. It is an all-over warming complexion tint in light, which is, again, just a fancy way of saying it's a cream bronzer. I think he was doing some pretty interesting things with the words of, to build up the hype, which it definitely did. As you can see, huge pan on it. This is, we'll just swatch it. This is very balmy. And again, very kind of just sheer, something that you're going to have to build up. I think I am going to keep this one. I did like it, obviously. I have a huge pan in it. I liked it enough, but I also like the satisfaction of being able to finish a product, like a complexion product all the way up. So I think I am going to keep this. And this is kind of perfect for the more of the winter months bronzing, where it's not as, you wouldn't be as dark in the winter opposed to like the summertime. So I think I'm going to keep that one. Moving on to, all right, we'll do Gucci. Yes, one of the most beautiful packaging. If you haven't seen that video, I will definitely link it up in the corner. I basically rank some of my top 5 most favorite packaging. Gucci was definitely on the list. So this one actually comes with its own little protector, little velvet protector, and I mean the outside of it is just gorgeous. Where it kind of loses me is the actual product. So again, this was another product that I got mine in the shade Eclat Soleil 02. Because I felt 01 wasn't enough. Like it just looked super light in the pan or on the promo pictures and everything. And this one looked like a little bit more that it would suit me. But when you get it, I'm like, oh, that's kind of red, that's kind of dark, you know. And it's a little, in my opinion, a little patchy. Yeah. And it has some, I mean, visible sparkles in it. I don't know if you can tell. Let me move it out of the way. I don't know if you can tell, but it does have like some visible sparkle glitter to it. But you know what? I'm gonna keep it, and I'm gonna keep it for the packaging because it's gorgeous. Then one day I will actually have a display where I can show all my beautiful packages. I've only really used this once in a Shop My Stash, so you know I really do like to rotate through my items, and I would like to give this another try to see if I like it. Probably closer to more of the, like I said, summertime months because it is a little bit darker. But yeah, this is definitely one that I'm basically keeping for the packaging for the time being. This one is the Wander Beauty Trip for Two. It's a blush and bronzer duo. This is, one of them is Bellini. I think the blush is Bellini and the bronzer is in Costa Ray. Yep. So this one I am actually going to declutter. I've had it forever. I haven't really used it. So for that sake, I'm going to declutter it. Again, if it's one of those things that I'm like not drawn to any part of it, then I'm just going to declutter it. Next one is actually one of my favorite. This is the Tarte Park Avenue Princess. And this is the matte version. I think they have a shiny version as well. But this is their Amazonian Clay Matte Waterproof Bronzer. This I feel like this is one of the most perfect shades for me to do that kind of like bronzer. As you can tell, I am nearing some sort of pan in there, as you can see the outlines of everything. Super buttery, awesome. Color is perfect. Again, that neutral leaning cool tone is perfect for my skin. And again, something that can be built up or sheared out. Beautiful. Really, really do love this one. So this one will be staying in my collection. All right, so I guess here's a little bit of mixture of some mini bronzers and some liquid bronzers. So this is the Fenty Matchstick in Amber. This is perfect for contouring. So pretty. Keeping it. Love it. I don't know what else to say about it, but it's awesome. This is actually the only matchstick that I really like. It came in a trio of a highlighter and then also like a concealer, which I think I decluttered the highlighter. Maybe I haven't yet. I know I haven't posted the video, but maybe I decluttered it a while ago. I can't remember. I just don't like the highlighter. I don't like the concealer. I really only like the contour. So that will be staying. This is the iconic London Sheer Bronze. So as it indicates, it is quite sheer. And that's what it looks like. And that's what it blends out to be. So this is really beautiful. I will be keeping, again, you do kind of have to build it up to get any sort of color, but I don't mind that. Again, I would love to be able to finish this up, which I don't think I'll have any problem with. I'm actually almost finished up with the blush, which you haven't seen any of my declutters. I will post them up in the corner, my playlist, as well as down below. So I do have the sheer blush in Rose Riot that I've almost used up, so I will be keeping this too. Let's see. I know I'm going to be keeping this one because this is relatively new. This is the Milani Liquid Contour. I have mine in 01 Honey. This is actually, I think, supposed to be a quote unquote dupe for this one, but the shade is not nearly as similar, but it does have like the same kind of, you know, poof ball applicator and squeeze tube, all that kind of stuff. So I think that was their take on it. I don't really consider that a contour. I think it's coming off, it's more warm in person. I think it's coming off a little bit more neutral on the on camera, but it is a little bit more warm. But I actually really liked this. I wish like the poof ball was a little bit bigger because it is kind of hard to create a larger or use it for a larger area like your cheeks and whatnot, but I really liked it. I would recommend not dotting this all over your face and then shearing it out. I would do where you're gonna put it, shear it out, and then, you know, keep placing it because it can dry down pretty quickly if you're not careful. So I'm gonna keep that one. I'm gonna keep this one too. This is the very infamous Charlotte Tilbury contour one. They do have two shades. This is the fair to light. And again, you can kind of see the little poof ball of it. This one, this one's beautiful. And again, shears out really well. I know that looks really intense, but it does very, very easy to shear it out and to blend it out. So I'm going to be keeping that one. They actually just came out with a Tarte shape contour. I forget what it's called, but it's basically like almost an exact dupe of this, which I was interested in picking up, but I'll go into another video when I have some plans for to kind of reduce my purchasing habits, because this year got a little bit out of hand. But since I have this one, I don't think I'll be purchasing the other one, but it is on the back of my mind. All right, let's see. This one is the Milk Makeup Bionic Bronzer. This is a liquid bronzer. Let's see. That's gross. Hold on. Let me get that. That's gross. Okay, let me shake it up a bit and see if that will help. Not really. Okay. I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. Yeah, I don't even know if I really used it. I can't remember at all. So I'm gonna get rid of it. That was pretty easy. All right, so this one is a little mini of the Balm Take Home the Bronze Anti-Orange Bronzer in Oliver. So you can see a little mini guy. It does have some hard pan on it. Yeah, well, just a little bit. But I mean, it is really pretty. It is pretty. But what I can't remember what this one was. The Park Avenue Princess, I think it's kind of the same. So I'm gonna declutter the little guy. All right, so this is the iconic London Precision Duo. It has a contour pot and it was a contour pot and a powder duo, and this is the light shadow. So it comes in a little compact like this. I actually used up the balm part of it. It's because, and I made a comment in the video, in the Shop My Stash video, is that they didn't, how do I say this? They didn't make the two even. Like, you are going to go through the liquid part of it or the cream part of it way faster than you're going to go through the powder part. So this compact should have been bigger to accommodate that you would go through cream faster. Does that make sense? So really all I have left is the powder part. I mean, I really do remember liking this, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, it's kind of a nice, very light type of bronzer with a sheer little shimmer to it. So, you know what, I am going to keep it. Again, I'm a sucker for being able to finish up products. So I do think that eventually I could finish this up. So I am going to keep that one. And then the last one in this little bunch is the ColourPop I'll Bet Super Shock Bronzer. It's the matte one. I actually got two shades. I'll pull out this one too. I got two shades. This one is Get Sandy. And this one is I'll Bet, because I wasn't too sure online with the swatches, like what I was gonna like. So I actually, oh gosh, the texture of this is so wonderful. So again, this one is just kind of the darker one, and I think I'm gonna let this one go because as you can see from the pan on that, or maybe you can't see at this point, but I will show you. I do prefer the Get Sandy color better, just because it's a better shade match for me. And this was pretty easy to hit pan in. Yeah. It's just a better match for me. Again, these Super Shocks, super easy to hit pan. They're not very deep in the Super Shock, little compact. That's kind of how they all are. I have a blush too that was very easy to pan. But again, I would rather spend, I think these are like $6. And I mean, I would rather pay $6 and not get as much product for something than pay, where was it? This was like a duo, same size relatively, for $25, you know what I mean? And to actually be able to use up the products. So I'm okay that it doesn't have a lot of product in it, because that means A, if I don't like it, then I'm not wasting that much product, or B, if I do like it, I'm not wasting it either. Like, I'm gonna use it before it goes bad. So anyways, just to say that I'm gonna keep using this. All right, so another face palette. This has seen better days, but this is the Profusion Highlight and Contour Palette 1. And so it actually has, different highlighters and different bronzers, contours, whatever you want to call it. So again, this was another one that I really, really liked for pretty much just this one shade and maybe these two highlighters. The other ones don't really work on my skin tone, so why would I want to keep this in my collection? But saying that, if you did like this one color, or if you liked half of it, we'll just say that, this costs like $6 or something at Walmart. It's Profusion. It's a very relatively inexpensive drugstore brand. I think it's only sold at Walmart. I can't quite remember. I know they have online as well, and they actually have some really cute releases. The packaging is very cheap, but again, I would rather have cheap packaging and a great product than the other way around. So if you do, you're on a budget, and maybe you're a makeup artist on a budget, this would be perfect for you. Even if you just didn't want to spend $6 on each singles, pay $6 for the whole thing and maybe just not use a few of the shades. I don't know. This would be perfect for an eyeshadow. All these could be perfect for an eyeshadow. So anyways, I'm not going to keep it just because it's big in my collection and I have things that I will be using, but it was a great palette. This one I can probably tell you I got because of the packaging. Not gonna lie. This is beautiful, just that tortoise shell packaging. This is the Bronze Goddess by Estee Lauder. I got it at TJ Maxx, I think. So this is in the shade Light, and it is a shimmery bronzer. Looks pretty red in the pan, and I'm pretty sure is pretty red on the skin. Actually, it's not. Hold on. I haven't used this one in a long time. Kind of build it up a bit. Oh goodness. Okay, so it is a very kind of shiny bronze. What am I gonna do with this? I initially thought I was gonna get rid of it. All right, we're gonna put this in the maybe pile. Again, I'm a sucker for packaging. What am I thinking? I'm trying to think out loud. What do I think? I don't know what I think. I think this is gonna have to be one that I'm gonna have to put all over the cheeks to see. So again, I'm gonna put it in my baby pile over here by my Makeup by Mario thing to see what I like. One that I know I don't like. This is the LYS bronzer in No Limits. This is their lightest shade in Motivate. I think I got this in a FabFitFun box. I do like, it's kind of cool, innovative packaging, like the triangle packaging, very different than everything else, but it's a little bit difficult to store, in my opinion. I do not like this color. I think it's too orange, too dark, so I'm going to be decluttering this one. This is the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer in, let's see, Tan Lines. I purchased this because it was, everybody was going bananas over it, and that's probably why. So it is a cream bronzer. Again, it's a little bit too red. When I look at it in person, it's a little red, and I don't remember the longevity being super long on it, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. And I think they actually just came out with like shimmer bronzers as well, so I don't know. Again, these e.l.f. products are not bad. Like, some of them are actually really, really good, especially for the price. So if you're looking for a shimmer bronzer, but if you're gonna pick between, I'll just bring them out, e.l.f. and the ColourPop, I would still pick ColourPop. I think it's so much better, and relatively probably the same amount of product. So this is 5 grams and this is 10 grams. Okay, so we actually get double the amount of product in the e.l.f. one compared to the Super Shock, but I still prefer the Super Shock. So just my humble opinion. All right, so this is Melt Cosmetics, their sex foil. Again, technically, this is a liquid highlight, but they did advertise it as a like contour bronzer. And funny enough, this one is also called Tan Lines, just like the e.l.f. one before. So I picked this up. Ooh, that's a lot. I picked this up in a bundle with a few other digital highlighters. Ooh, that's super bronzy. That's gorgeous. Okay, really pretty, but I got a lot out. So what was I saying? I picked it up with a few other, the highlights and then some of the brushes, which actually I feel like their brushes are pretty underrated. They have really nice brushes. So I haven't really been able to use this on my face quite yet, but that is a gorgeous color. Again, I think you're going to have to use it very sparingly, because it is quite pigmented. So I'm going to keep this one again because it's new. So let me wipe my arm off and then we will move on to the next batch. All right, so now we have a fresh hand, so let's do some more swatching. So let's see. We will start with the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Bronzer. Mine is in shade Fair. This I love. I'm going to be keeping this. This is really, really beautiful. Beautiful, light, buildable, blendable, all the wonderful B's for a bronzer, right? Gotta love alliteration. So this one will definitely be staying in my collection. Let's see. Let's do this. Another balm. This is Bahama Mama bronzer. This is what it looks like. This is a little mini version. I'm always an avid fan. If you can pick up a mini, pick up a mini, because although the cost ratio is a little bit different, so like if we were to buy the bigger one, the cost per ounce is lower, but are you going to use it all before it goes bad? I don't know. So I always recommend doing minis, especially if you're like a beauty fanatic like myself. You have plenty of stuff. So this one is still very creamy, actually. So what do I think about this? This is actually really pretty, but I haven't used this one in forever. Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna keep it. Just going with my heart and my head at this point. I don't even know if I'm going with my head. I'm definitely just going with my heart. This is the Rimmel Natural Bronzer Waterproof Bronzing Powder. I have mine in Sunlight. Let's see. I don't think I've ever used this one. No, and it's kind of orangey. Again, the camera is not really picking up like everything that I'm seeing in person. But this is a little orangey, and again, I don't think I've used it, so I don't need to keep it. So I will be getting rid of that one. One I really do like, Marc Jacobs, again, Team Mini, as I just get junk on it. This is in Tantastic. This is a obviously smaller version of their Omega bronzer, which I swear to you is like the size of your face. Probably actually the size of this Fenty one. Coconut Perfect Tan. So Marc Jacobs, actually, I don't think they do makeup products anymore. Last year they were doing like a mega clearance of all their stuff, and you can definitely find a lot of it at like TJ Maxx or Marshalls or places like that. This one I'm going to keep. It's beautiful. I don't really know what else to say besides it's beautiful and I want to keep it. So I'm going to keep it. Let's see. So these two came in my, I did a melt mystery bundle, which I can link up in the cards as well. And these two are the ones that I kept. I also kept the brushes from that. Just go watch the video. You'll see what I got. But this is, we'll just do another review of this. This is one of their Sculpt Stacks, which I want to say is actually kind of like what they first came out with. It was these kind of stackable products. Even like their eyeshadows were stackable. But this is just a like a contour. What is this one? Light medium bronzer powder, light medium contour powder, medium dark bronzer, medium dark contour. So of course I don't think I'll be using the medium dark bronzer or contour because that is too dark for me, but they would be beautiful as eyeshadows, and I have not tried their stacks before, or have I tried their complexion products. What do I think I have their blushes, but I don't have any of their bronzers. So I'm going to keep this one and we shall see how it does. And then fit in the package. And then we have a cream blush light in Lynx. Did I misplace this? Was this supposed to be in here? I don't know. Oh, okay. So I think I was thinking that I was going to use it for like a blush, or I'm sorry, a bronzer highlight kind of duo. But you know what? Because I have the Jouer ones that I swatch, and I think that's going to be like this same type of thing, I think I'm going to get rid of this one. But because it's new, I haven't swatched it, I will send it into a company called You For Me. I talk about them all the time. I always link their video. Basically, it's a reselling site for beauty products. So that one will go off to them. What do we have next? We have Fenty Beauty Chocolate Swiller. This is their Toasted Swirl Bronzer Shimmer Powder Chocolate Swiller. Kind of the same concept as the other one. It's really, really beautiful, shimmery, oh, so gorgeous. Little powder. See, this is why I need to do this, because this one looks super similar to like the tan line or whatever the Jouer ones that I swatched first. I didn't need them because I have this. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to keep this one too. And we'll kind of do a comparison of the two. This one, if you do get it, it is beautiful, but because it is so big and like kind of shallow, and the formula is very like putty, it breaks like crazy. I actually got really lucky that mine only broke up here and I was able to repress it. I bought this at Ulta, and I was able to talk to an Ulta person online, and they actually gave me 50% back what I paid for it, because, you know, I was like, oh, well, it's broken, but I can fix it. So they offered me 50% back. So just beware, if this is something that you're going to buy, pick it up in store and look in the box first, because a lot of them were broken, but it is really, really, really pretty. So I'm going to keep it. And the packaging, oh, again, sucker for packaging. This one is the Flower Beauty Heat Wave Luminous Bronzer. See, I have so many luminous bronzers. Like, why did I need to get more? Because bananas. So that, oh, so beautiful. Keeping. Again, that's a beautiful neutral tone shimmery bronzer. Keeping it. Done deal. Done story. Okay. What do we got next? All right, let's start here. We'll start this one. So my annoying fan, you can't see it. So this is the Patrick Ta Cream Contour and Powder Bronzer Duo, and she's statuesque. I think this is the lightest version. So as you can see, it has a little cream contour right here and a powder bronzer. Cream contour is getting a little dry, but still really pretty. Still really, really pretty. The bronzer wasn't my absolute favorite. Again, it's a little bit on the orange side, which then makes me think, do I need this? I don't think so. Although the cream is really pretty, again, it's kind of the same concept as the face palettes. Like if I can only use or only like 50% of it, why would I want to keep it? So I think I'm going to declutter this one. This one was a shock. This one was a shock, and you know why? It's because it's pretty expensive, and I don't really get any. I do get words. I do get some PR, and that is through the linking service that I use called ShopMy, and so I do get some PR, but this was not. Most things I purchase myself, so it's always kind of hard to be like, oh, you know, there's that much money that I just spent, but if I don't love it. Oh my gosh, but do I not love it? All right, going in the maybe pile. Going in the maybe pile. We've got a lot in our maybe pile right now. What do you think I should do with it? I know you're gonna see this video after I make my decision, but I'm genuinely curious. What do you think I should do with it? All right. One that I know I'm going to keep, this is actually a huge surprise. So unlike the other Makeup Revolution one, this one is the Revolution Cream Bronzer in Light. And this is gorgeous. This was like kind of like a huge shock. So again, it does come off a little red. Like, I don't know if you can tell. It's a little bit red, but it blends out so nicely. Like into a really, really beautiful kind of like bronzer shade. So I will be keeping that, as now I have a little stickum in there. So I am going to be keeping this. This is like $8. I do recommend this to people. Again, I'm fair to light, and although I know this looks red, I know this looks dark, it blends out so well, so nicely, and it doesn't look, it kind of turns out a little bit more neutral than it does red when you blend it out. So this I will be keeping. Laura Geller, oh look, it's broken, Baked Bronze and Brighten in the shade Fair. So again, this is kind of a mixture of a bronzer, highlighter, blush kind of duo. Oh, that's really pretty. Yeah, that's really pretty. I'm gonna keep that. Oh my gosh. See, I have so many similar things, and I might have to do like another review. Or do I just keep it? I don't know. Clearly I liked it enough. There's no more dome top on it. It's not even the camera. There's no more dome top. The compact is broken, but it's still really pretty. All right, I'm gonna keep that. This is the Essence Sun Club Luminous Bronzing Powder. I actually got mine in the medium tone because I think the medium tone was the only one that had the luminous bronzer. And I actually, oh, that's actually really nice. I haven't used this one yet. But I kind of got it as I thought I was going to do like a dupe video between the Fenty illuminating one right there and then this one, but that's not even close. And you know what? That's really orange. So I'm actually going to get rid of that one. What am I going to do next? Ofra. So this is the Ofra by Samantha March Bronzer Duo in River. So this one's, I like this one because it has like the shimmer and the matte. So you can kind of, if you just want to do a matte look, or if you just want to do a shimmer look, or you want to do both, you have the option. Now, I think these are going to be too dark for me. Yeah. I definitely got them because I wanted to support a YouTuber that I enjoy, but I feel like these are too dark. Yeah, these are too dark. And again, I have this shimmer shade in one of the other ones that I swatched earlier. This one's a little bit dark for me, so I think I'm going to declutter this one. I did keep the blush, so that will kind of, you know, be my memory of and support for a YouTuber. And I think somebody else would really like this, just not me. All right, we're coming down to the end. So this is the Glowish by Huda Beauty. This is Soft Radiant Bronzing Powder. I have mine in the shade Light. This one was pretty unique because it had the kind of the toasty swirl before the other Fenty powder came out. So, but a little bit of hard pan right there. But you know what? I don't like it. I think some people, this is like their holy grail. I just don't think the color payoff is that great. I mean, this is me like kind of really digging into my skin. So, you know, I think I'm gonna get rid of that one. So we're getting rid of some stuff. I know it seems like I kept some stuff, but we're getting rid of it. All right, what is this? This is the Nabla Skin Bronzing Sun Kissed Effect Bronzing Powder in Ambra, however you want to say it. Let's see. See, that's really pretty. Again, kind of that like luminous type of feel. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep that. All right, so this is the last batch. Let's go with something I know I'm gonna keep, and that is the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow Mini Contour and Highlighter Powder. Again, love both these, which is another reason why I would definitely want to keep it, because both the highlighter and the contour work really well for me. This has been in my Sephora favorite videos before. Again, this is a mini palette that cost, I think, $25 at the time. With inflation, who knows if it's gone up, but I've had this for 2-3 years. I've used it a lot. And I mean, yes, you can tell there's like some dentage in the bronzer, but the highlighter barely looks used. But they're both beautiful colors, and I'm gonna keep it. So here's the highlighter, so pretty. So I recommend this, and I recommend getting the mini. And I almost put it in my declutter pile. No, that is staying with me. All right, the Butter Bronzer, Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is kind of like an OG classic. The Mura Butter Bronzer. Still smells really good. Still really buttery. I just don't, what do I think of it? I initially was going to get rid of it, but I actually think I'm going to keep it. I think I'm going to keep it. Okay, well, hot damn. All right. See, this is why we do it. We look at stuff, and, you know, I remembered, for some reason, I remember not liking it. Who knows why, but I don't know. This is ColourPop. This is their, what was the palette, like Going Coconuts or something. This is their Coconut Beach Pressed Powder Bronzer. Lots of love. Some hard pan on the edge, but this does have some pretty good dippage in the middle. Again, just a really pretty neutral type of bronzer. So I'm going to be keeping that one. I know, another one I'm keeping. Let's see. Kaleidos Charisma Contour Palette. This one's really nice. This is kind of another face palette. So you have like the fill shade, or, you know, like a normal powder shade. This is called Shade and Chisel. So it's kind of like a mixture of a bronzer and a contour, as well as kind of like some face powder. I really do like this. I mean, you can see some waffling on that shade. That one's definitely more of a kind of gray tone contour. And then, I don't know why I'm going to do this. You probably can't see it. Well, maybe you can. So I really like it. This is one that I use all 3 of the shades. So why would I want to get rid of it? Kaleidos actually just came out with, I think I don't know if they reformulated or just repackaged something and added more shades, but actually the packaging is really pretty. It's kind of this like sleek metal type of packaging. And I was tempted to get it, but I was like, you know what? I already have this one. I don't need to get another one of the same stuff. Oh, this is the Cool and Light shade. So yeah, keeping it. And then this one is, again, I think I got it in a BoxyCharm or a FabFitFun, one of those things. This is Iconic London Multi-Use Sculpting Palette 1. Now this is filled with cream bronzers and powders. Like if you were to mix your own shades together. And again, I thought it was really pretty because I'm like, oh, it's so pretty. I'm going to use all the colors. I'm not going to use all these colors. I'm not going to use that. I might use that. I might use that one, but I'm not going to use all of them. So there's no point in me keeping this. And again, because it's new, minus the fingerprints now, I'm going to send this in to you for me, have it resold, recap some of my money, and be done with that. All right, back to the maybes. I'm going to get rid of this one. I've decided. I'm going to clean it off just a little bit. I'm going to get rid of it. This one, oh, the packaging. Let's re-swatch it. I think I'm going to get rid of it. I'm just doing it. Just doing it. Okay, what am I going to do with this one? I think I'm going to keep it. Okay, so I got rid of 2 of the 3 maybes, so that's pretty good. All right, so let's look at everything that I'm keeping. So editing Catherine here. I'm in the process of editing my bronzer declutter, and I completely forgot to include these 2, which are in my current Shop My Stash, which I can link up in the cards, which will be changing soon since I'm filming this on New Year's Eve. But this is the Milani Sunlight Silky Matte Bronzing Powder. I really, really do enjoy this powder. It's a very cool tone leaning type of product, which that suits me pretty well. So there's a little swatcheroo of it. It looks a little bit warmer on the swatch, but it's very blendable and buildable and all the wonderful bees for a bronzer. So really do enjoy that one. The other one I'm currently using, I like to do like a cream bronzer and a powder bronzer just to get the most out of my products. But this one is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Sun-Kissed Glow Bronzer. I have mine in the shade Fair, and as you will see, has a huge dent in it. Is that a little speck of pan? I don't know if that's glitter or a speck of pan. It's glitter. Well, I'll be hitting pan soon. But this is a nice cream bronzer, beautiful color. Again, a little bit more on the neutral side. This one you do kind of have to, I'm going to say you do kind of have to work for it. When you apply it and kind of blending it out, it's not something that just like goes on effortlessly like the, the Charlotte Tilbury contour one, like that, because that's more of a gel product. It blends easier than this one, but I'm not saying this one is like super hard to blend either. But this one's really beautiful. And then of course, as I finished filming, a new haul came in. I'd done a last new makeup haul for the year. Again, that was a lie. I feel like I should insert like a Maury Povich type of clip here of like, that was a lie, because I had a few more things come in. One of them is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronzite, and I have mine in the shade Light. Let's see if we can easily open this up and swatch it. So again, it's very luminous type of bronzy powder. Let's see. Okay. All right. I could get down with that. Let's see. Oh my goodness. That is beautiful. Okay. So more of a goldeny Lumi bronzer, just like it says. So, ooh, okay. Very excited to try that one out. Again, not saying that this one was super expensive. I got it at Ulta. I should say all of my products are going to be linked down below. I do use affiliate links, meaning I do earn a small commission if you choose to shop through them. It's at no cost to you, but it does help out this channel. but no pressure to use them. I just make it as easy as possible. So with saying that, basically I picked this up at Ulta. I want to say it was maybe like $15. That sounds about right. Maybe a little bit less than that. Again, I wish it was half the size for half the price, right? Like we just saw that my bronzer collection is out of control. So I don't need something this big. I don't need this at all, but in my collection, I enjoy it. I wish it was like that big, right? Like that big. So regardless, I picked it up. I'm going to use it. It's pretty. Now let's see this bad boy. I have been eyeing this one for so long. This is the Chanel. Let's put it in English, and La Beige Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream. I have mine in the Soleil Tan Bronze, which is the lighter shade of the two. They do have a slightly darker shade, but that is going to be too dark on me. But look at this packaging. Oh, you gotta love Chanel. So classic. Again, super big. Don't need it to be this large, but it is. Comes with the little thing. Look at the little dollop. So pretty. I almost don't want to touch it because I don't want to ruin it, but I'm going to. So, okay, very creamy feeling. Looks kind of on the red side a little bit, but okay. So definitely not as, this one's, the Charlotte Tilbury is a little bit darker actually. So this is the fair. This is also the lighter one. It seems very creamy. So like, it seems like it's going to blend out pretty easily and very maybe buildable in a sense because it blends out so easily. I don't know, but like the cream feels really nice. Again, it's a little bit more on like the orangey, warmer tone type of side, but again, it is a bronzer, and a swatch doesn't necessarily mean what it's going to look like on your skin because it's going to be a lot more diffused and all that kind of stuff. So again, this is something I've been wanting for a while. I had a gift card. I just wanted to pick it up because it made me happy. So anyways, let's get back on to the end of the video. All right, so this is everything that I'm keeping, and let's see everything that I'm decluttering. And this is everything I'm decluttering. So you know what? I probably could have done a better job because I felt like there were some pretty similar products in my my bronzer stash that I'm keeping that probably look a lot alike, but you know what? I'm gonna do better this year of keeping better records of similar shades, textures, things like that, and hopefully next year will be a little bit different. So again, some of these are going to go off to be resold because they haven't been used, but the other ones I probably will give to family and friends. So yeah, they will not be going to waste at all unless they're like super duper old. Like that Milk Makeup one. I don't know if that one's like supposed to be like that or whatnot, but anywho, thank you so much for watching. I truly do appreciate it. Please make sure that you subscribe if you like this content. I'm still in the midst of doing my declutter series, kind of spilling over into 2022. Your girl got a little busy. My hopes were to finish it before the new year, but that's just not gonna happen. Anyways, so I do makeup content, shop my stashes, reviews of things, and also do a lot of reselling content. If that is something that you're into, please consider subscribing. I really do appreciate it. Making sure you like this video. Let me know, did I declutter your favorite bronzer, or what is your favorite bronzer, or did you agree with my declutter? Just let me know all the things. And with that, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.